Hello friends, good morning. Welcome to ASTRA 2022 program presented by Akka IAS Academy. In this particular video, I'll be dealing with 7 different questions based upon data sufficiency and 3 reading comprehensions questions. So let's begin. So the first question is, which of the following statements is sufficient to answer the question here? Okay, so what is the question? Find the value of x. We need to find the value of x. This is the question here. And it's also given that if x is smaller number out of two numbers here. Okay, so there are two numbers, first number and second number, and first number is x here because it is smaller than the out of two numbers here, and we need to find the value of x here. Okay, so the first statement tells that sum of squares of positive consecutive even numbers is 52 here. Okay, so what do you mean by that? See, if at all we consider the number as x here, so sum of squares of positive consecutive numbers here. Okay, so x square plus even numbers. Okay, so positive consecutive even numbers here, so x plus 2 whole square, that will be equals to 52 here. Okay, see here friends, actually what you need to understand here in data sufficiency questions is whether you need not to solve for the x here. Okay, so this is the misconception here. You need not to solve for the x here. Whether we can solve to the x or not, that you need to understand here. Okay, that common sense you need to apply here. See, with this equation you can solve for the x here. See, for example, I'll solve it and I'll tell you here. So this is x square plus this will be a plus b whole square. Okay, so that will be a square plus 2 into x into 2ab plus b square here, that is 2 square, that will be equals to 52 here. Okay, so x square, so 2x square plus 2x into 2, so that will be plus 4x plus 2 square, that will be 4 here, that will be equals to 52. When you get 52 here, 2x square plus 4x minus 48 here. Okay, for 52 minus 4, that will be equals to minus 48, that will be equals to 0. So it is a quadratic equation and you can solve for x here. If at all you solve for the x, the value will be x will be equals to 2 here. Okay, so this tedious job you need to avoid, my friends. Okay, when you are getting this equation only, then only you need to understand this equation is solvable for x here. Okay, we need not to find the value of x here. Okay, the given data, is it sufficient to solve for x? That only you need to understand here. Okay, then you can save the time and you can work out more questions here. Okay, so the first alone statement is sufficient to answer the question here. So we should always check for the second statement as well. Difference of the number is 2 here. Okay, so this is the question here. Find the value of x. X is a smaller number out of two numbers and the difference of number is 2 here. Okay, so this data, the difference between two numbers is 2. It alone is not sufficient to find the value of x here, because any number can be see, the difference can be with any number, right? Two numbers means it can be 2 and 4 or well as 4 and 6. Okay, so we can consider any numbers here. The difference is 2 here. Okay, hence we cannot exactly find the value of x here, whereas in statement 1 when we solve, we can find the exact value of x here. Okay, hence only one, that is only first statement is sufficient while second statement is not. So option C will be the right answer, my dear friends. Okay, so moving on to the next question. So the second question is, the age of E is thrice the age of S here. Okay, so we shall assume S age will be x here, then E will be 3x here. Okay, so the age of E, so E is, the age of E will be thrice the age of S, so 3 into S here. Okay, so S is x here, so x here, so E will be 3x here. Okay, as simple as that. To find out the difference in their ages, which of the following information is sufficient here? Okay, so after 5 years the ratio of their ages would be 5:9 here. Okay, so the present age and future age and past age, so you need to write like this here. Okay, so the present age will be, E will be 3x and S will be x here. Okay, so after 5 years, so 3x plus 5 and x plus 5 here. Okay, after 5 years the ratio of their ages would be 5:9 here. Okay, that is 3x plus 5 by x plus 5, that will be is to 5:9 here. Okay, simple, right? When you get this equation, it is obvious that you can solve it for x here. Okay, you need not to find the value of x here. What is x? You need not to go and solve the question here. Okay, it is evident that from this type of equation only one variable is unknown here and rest all variables are known here, hence you can solve for x. That is evident here. Okay, hence option 1 statement, with the help of statement 1 we can find out the difference in their ages here. Okay, so the second statement, before 10 years. Okay, before 10 years means 3x minus 10 and x minus 10 here. Yes or no? Before 10 years the ratio of their ages was 3:1 here. Okay, so x minus 10 divided by 3x minus 10, that will be 3/1 here. Okay, see, it is also evident that with this equation it is able to find the difference in their ages here. Okay, hence statement 2 alone is also sufficient here. Okay, in this condition you need to mark either 1 or 2. Option C will be the right answer, my dear friends. Okay, so moving on to the next question. The third question is, consider the given question and decide which of the following statements is or sufficient to answer the question here. Average of 9 numbers is equal to 40. Find the last number. So there are 9 numbers, we know that. Okay, so average of 9 numbers means actually sum of 9 numbers divided by 9, that will be equals to 40 here. Okay, so we can find out the sum of 9 numbers, right? 9 into 4, that will be 360 here. Okay, the sum of 9 numbers will be 360 here. We got this here. Okay, and the question is asking to find out the 9th number. The last number means 9th number. So the first statement is average of first 6 numbers is 30. Okay, so first 6 numbers, sum of 6 numbers, that is first 6 numbers divided by 6, that will be 30 here. Therefore sum of 6 numbers will be 30 into 6 here. So 3 6 are 18 and this will be 180 here. Okay, so sum of 6 numbers is 180 and the sum of 7th and 9th number is 40 more than 8th number. That is nothing but actually when you add 7th number plus 9th number, that will be equals to 40 more than 40 plus the value of 8th number. See, from this number actually we can find out the 8th number, my dear friends. Okay, 9th number we will not be able to find out here. Okay, because see, sum of 6 numbers is 180 here and the 7th, the rest 3 numbers, see here, the total sum of 9 numbers is 360, that we got here. So from this equation we got 360 is the sum of 9 numbers and the sum of 6 numbers is 180. So when we subtract that, we will be getting 180 here. Okay, 360 minus 180 is 180 here, and this 180 is actually the sum of 7th number, 9th number and 8th number. Okay, with this data we can find out the value of 8th number, not 9th number here. Okay, hence statement 1 is not sufficient to answer the question here. Okay, now we shall examine the second statement. Average of first 8 terms is 36 here. Okay, so it is nothing but actually sum of 8 numbers divided by 8, that will be 36 here. Okay, so sum of 8 numbers will be 36 into 8, that will be 288 here. Okay, so when we get see, two conditions we know, sum of 9 numbers is 360 and sum of first 8 numbers is 288, and this 360 minus 288 I'll be getting it as 72, and this is the 9th number, my dear friends. Okay, so statement 2 alone is sufficient to answer the question here. Okay, 2 alone is sufficient while 1 alone is not sufficient to answer the question. So option B will be the right answer here. Okay, so moving on to the next question. Consider the given question and decide which of the following statements is sufficient to answer the question here. Okay, so what is the question? What is the weight of 10 iron balls if each ball is of same weight? Okay, there are 10 different iron balls and each weighing the same weight here. Okay, so what is the weight of 10 iron balls? This is the question here. The first statement tells that 1/4 of each ball weighs 5 kg. So 1/4 of each ball weighs 5 kg means, so 5 into 4, that will be 20, will be the 20 kg will be the each ball's weight here. Okay, hence there are 10 iron balls, so 10 into 20, that will be 200. So what is the total weight of 10 iron balls? That will be 200 kg here. Okay, with the help of statement 1 alone, we can answer the question here. Now we shall examine for the second statement. The total weight of 3 iron balls. Okay, so 3 iron balls, the total weight of 3 iron balls is equals to 20 kg more. Okay, so 20 kg more means plus here than the total weight of 2 iron balls here. So 2 iron balls here. Okay, so see, 3 iron balls minus 2 iron ball, that will be 20 here. So 3 minus 2 will be 1 iron ball weight will be 20 kg here. Okay, so if at all you get the weight of 1 iron ball, so there are 10 iron balls, so 10 into 2, so that will be 200 kg will be the total weight of 10 iron balls here. Okay, hence statement 2 alone is also sufficient to answer the question here. Okay, hence the correct option will be statement 1 and 2 alone is sufficient to answer the question. Option A will be the right answer here. Okay, so moving on to the next question. Which of the following statement is sufficient to answer the question here? Okay, so what is the question? Find the age of mother from the given statement. So we need to find the age of the mother here. The statement is mother's age is 30 years more than her son. Okay, if at all we consider son's age is X here, then mother's age will be 30 years more than her son. So 30 plus X here. Okay, this is the first statement. With the help of this first statement, we cannot deduce the age of the mother here. Okay, because son's age might be 10 here or 20 here or 30 here. Based upon that, the mother's age will be decided. Hence we cannot exactly say what is the age of mothers here. Okay, hence statement 1 alone is not sufficient to answer the question here. So we shall examine the second statement here. Mother's age is 3 times. Okay, mother's age is 3 times the age of son after 10 years. Okay, so if at all we consider the present age of son is X here and mother's age will be 30 plus X here. So this is present here, and future they are telling here. Okay, in future means after 10 years. Okay, so 30 plus X plus 10, that will be 40 plus X here, and son's age will be X plus 10 here. Okay, this ratio they have given here. Mother's age is, so mother's age will be 40 plus X, that will be 3 times the age of a son after 10 years. Okay, after 10 years means X plus 10 here. Okay, when you get this equation, it is actually obvious to solve the equation here. Okay, so this will be 3x plus 3 into 10 will be 30 here, and this is 40 plus X here, and 3x minus X will be 2x, and 40 minus 30 will be 10 here. Okay, so X will be 5 here. Okay, when we got the X value as 5 here, what is this X? Actually the age of the son here. From second statement we are getting the age of son here, not mother here. Okay, we are getting the age of son here. With the help of first statement, we can come to the solution of that age of mother. What is the age of mother here? Okay, first statement is telling that 30 years more, so plus 30, so 35. Mother's age will be 35, my dear friends. Okay, hence with the help of both statements, we can say what is the age of mother here. Okay, hence option C, both 1 and 2 are sufficient to answer the question. This will be the right answer, my dear friends. Okay, so moving on to the next question. The sixth question reads, Prem and Ramesh started from 2 cities, that is Patna and Allahabad respectively, traveling at a constant speed to reach Allahabad and Patna respectively. So there are between 2 cities, so Patna and Allahabad, and Prem and Ramesh are traveling in the opposite direction here. Okay, so Prem is traveling like this and Ramesh is traveling like this here. At what time they will meet here? Somewhere around we shall assume that somewhere at this point they will meet here, and at what time they will be meeting, that is the question here. What is the first statement? The distance between Patna and Allahabad is 250 kilometers. So the distance is 250 kilometers. Prem travels at 50 kilometers per hour. So Prem speed is 50 km/h kilometers per hour, and Ramesh travels at 25 kilometers per hour km/h is okay. So with this data, is it possible to find actually at what time they'll be meeting here? No, my dear friends, because at what time Prem is starting and at what time Ram is starting, that data they have not given here. Okay, Prem might be starting at the early morning 5 or 10 o'clock, or afternoon 12 o'clock or 3 o'clock, somewhere whichever time it is suitable for him, he will be traveling at that time. And Ram is also, whichever time is suitable for him, he will be traveling at that time. Okay, if at all Prem travels fast and reaches Allahabad, after that Ram travels from Allahabad to which city? Patna. Then they will not be meeting in between only. Okay, hence actually statement 1 alone is not sufficient to answer the question here. Okay, the statement 2 we shall examine now. Prem started from Patna at 5 a.m. and reached Allahabad at 11 a.m. Okay, so 5 a.m. he started and he reached Allahabad at 11 a.m. here. Okay, and Ramesh started from Allahabad at 7 a.m. and reached at 3 p.m. here. Okay, so 7 a.m. he started and reached at 3 p.m. here. Okay, see friends, actually when you closely examine this statement 2, actually this is a trap here. Okay, when you at first glance we shall come to a conclusion that the distance is not given here. Okay, whereas in the first statement actually the distance is given here, hence both the statements will be needed to answer the question. If at all you assume that, actually it's a trap, my dear friends here. Okay, see the time they have given here. Okay, and the average speed the distance traveled between that two persons will be the same here. Okay, the distance will be the constant. There are no two different distances here. Okay, hence we can assume the distance as a constant, and then we can solve it here, friends. Okay, hence with the statement 2 alone, it is sufficient to answer the question here. Then and again I am telling you, you actually need not to solve the question here, you need not to arrive to the answer here. Okay, only is it possible with the data to answer to arrive to an answer, that only you need to examine here. Okay, hence with option 2, statement 2 alone, it is sufficient to answer the question here. The data in statement 2 alone is sufficient to answer the question, while the data in statement 1 alone is not sufficient to answer the question. Option B will be the right answer, my dear friends. Okay, so moving on to the next question. The question reads, what is the marked price of the shirt here? Okay, so there are prices here like cost price, at what is the cost of that price. Okay, selling price is at what price he will be selling the shopkeeper. Okay, and cost price is at what cost price the customer bought it for him. Okay, and there will be a marked price. Okay, thus shopkeeper actually he will mark some price. Okay, some 100 rupees he will be marking, and he will be selling it as 80 rupees here. Okay, so then this 100 rupees will be the marked price, and after giving 20% discount he is selling it for 80 rupees here. This will be the selling price here. Okay, and this 80 will be the cost price for the customer here. Okay, so there are three different of prices here. Okay, so question is asking what is the marked price of the shirt. The first statement reads, a shopkeeper purchases 2 shirts for rupees 2200. So each price, what is the cost of each shirt? 1100 rupees will be the cost for each shirt, and earns rupees 55 per shirt after giving 23% discount here. Okay, so what will be the selling price? Actually selling price will be 1100 what it costs him, plus he is earning 55 rupees more here. Okay, so that will be 1155 here. So this will be the selling price here. So we need to find out the marked price. So what is the discount he is giving? 23% discount he is giving. Therefore 1155 divided by 77 into 100. Okay, when you solve this you will be getting the marked price here. Okay, hence statement 1 alone is sufficient to answer the question here. Now we shall examine this statement 2. A shopkeeper marks the price 36% more than the cost price and earns rupees 200 after giving some discount here. Some discount has been given here. Okay, so let us assume that cost price shall be X here. Okay, let us assume cost price shall be X here, and marked price will be X into after that 136% here, because that will be 1.36 X here. Okay, and the selling price shall be x plus 200 here. See here, when you look at this, examine this statement, two unknown variables are there here, okay, and the discount is also not known. Hence, with the second statement alone, it is not sufficient to answer the question what is the marked price here, okay. Hence, the data in statement 1 alone is sufficient to answer the question, while the data in statement 2 alone is not sufficient to answer the question. Option A will be the right answer, my dear friends, okay. So moving on to the next question. So this is the passage here. A moral act must be our own act, must spring from our own will. If we act mechanically, there is no moral content in our act. Such action would be moral if we think it proper to act like a machine or do so. For in doing so, we use our discrimination. We should bear in mind the distinction between acting mechanically and acting intentionally. It may be moral of a king to pardon a culprit, but the messenger carrying out the order of pardon plays only a mechanical part in the king's moral act. But if the messenger were to carry out the king's order considering it to be his duty, his action would be a moral one. How can a man understand morality who does not use his own intelligence and power of thought? See here, this is important, my dear friends. But lets himself be swept along like a log of wood by a current. Sometimes a man defies convention and acts on his own with a view to absolute good here, okay. So this is the passage here. Kindly pause it and read once again, and we shall solve the question here. So the question is, which of the following statements best describe or describes the thought of the writer here? So what is the thought of the writer? We need to understand here, okay. A moral act calls for using our discretion here. See here, friends, actually when you read the passage here, a moral act must be our own act here, okay. Our own act means actually a discretion here, okay. And in the last part of the passage, sometimes a man defies convention and acts on his own with a view of absolute good, okay. When you consider this statement, option 1 will be the suitable option here, okay. What the thought of the passage here? Man should react to a situation immediately. No, this is wrong here. Away from the passage. Man must do his duty. No, this is also wrong here. Man should be able to defy convention in order to be moral here. See, in the last part of the passage, how can a man understand morality who does not use his own intelligence and power of thought, but lets himself to be swept along like a log wood by current? Sometimes a man defies convention and acts on his own with a view to of absolute good, okay. Considering that statement, option 4 is also right here, okay. Hence option D, 1 and 4 is the right answer, okay. So the next question is, which of the following statement is nearest definition of moral action according to the writer here, okay. So it's a mechanical action, no, wrong here. It's an action based on our sense and discretion, yes, this is correct here. It is a clever action, no, clever action, again wrong here. Based on the clarity of the purpose, it is no, religious action is also wrong here, okay. Easy question, option B will be the right answer here, okay. So the next question is, the passage contains a statement, lets himself be swept along like a log of wood by a current, okay. In the last part of the passage reads that, how can a man understand morality who does not use his own intelligence and power of thought, but lets himself be swept along like a log of wood by a current? Question mark here, okay. Sometimes a man defies convention and acts on his own with a view to absolute good here. Among the following statements, which are nearest in the meaning to this here, okay. So what is the nearest meaning to this statement? We need to find out here, okay. A person does not use his own reason, okay. Yes, this is right here. He is susceptible to, yes, this is also because influence and pressure. If at all he is not using his own reason, he is under influence here. He cannot withstand, no, this is wrong here. He cannot withstand. He is like a log of wood. No, actually it's a relative term, hence these two options can be eliminated here. 1 and 2 are the correct here, and option B is the right answer, my dear friends, okay. Thank you, friends. This is it for today. Hope you find this video informative. Kindly do like and share, subscribe to our Akka IAS Academy channel. I hope you find this video informative. I shall catch up you in the next video. Until then, God bless you all. All the best for your preparation. Take care, my dear friends.